I don't know why it won't come out. I mean, it's like, daggone. Right there's the boat. Spinning on a bearing.
So guys, found this bolt that goes on the e-bike. It had a little bit of rust, so I wet sanded it, all filmed, and now it might fit better. Yeah.
Got a comment from a viewer said some of our chain issues could be from dirt being down here in this belly system where the motor's at. Leland said there is a lot of stuff in there. So we're going to show, once we get the back tire back on, we're going to show you how to take this off and access and clean that out. See if that helps us out with our chain stretch issues. See what happens. Woo, buddy. Nasty. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Excuse me if I seem zombified. I've been up about 22 hours straight. Come off third shift. Come home to a sad puppy because of this. He airs this up and it lasts 10 minutes. I got a sad puppy at home. Let me tell you what I hate is messing with tubes. But we got on Amazon, got us a couple next day air. I'm gonna try to get him back going again. He's depressed. He's my son, I love him. I appreciate the comment I got from one of our viewers that said to clean out this area here. So we might tackle that also while we're at this tube. While I'm at the tube, I've found what I think is a 72 sprocket on Amazon. I'm gonna take some measurements and see if it'll work. It's cheap. If we can get a 72th on this guy, I can get old boy on the back tire. He can ride these hills, make him a new trail this winter, this fall, and get it kicking in high gear. It'll be more torque, not so fast, which is a good thing for a dad. Stick around, we're gonna tear into it. We're gonna need a 13 and 14. We're gonna need a 17 and a 14 to get this guy loose, a 13 and 14 to loosen the chain. 13 on the front, 14 on this guy. We gotta drop the chain off, so we're gonna get it pretty loose.
I don't know why it won't come out. I mean, it's like, daggone. Right there's the boat, spinning on a bearing. All right, friends. As you seen earlier, we've got a bad tube, I guess. So this is a job that's very dreaded for me. I've got the tools to do it with, and it's still really difficult. This is where we've got to. I've got the stem in here. I'm fixing to start getting on my knees and my hands and getting this pushed back in, hopefully. Y'all just be patient with my footage. It's a little rough. Trying not to bend that sprocket either. That'd be bad. Got it started. That's the hard part, I think. Don't want to bend on this too much. You have to be careful with these guys. I have punctured the tube doing like this, trying to get this back in there. Getting close. This is where it gets hard though. Needs about 8 hands. Okay, we've successfully got the tube in, tire back on, measurements of the sprocket made, brought in Leland. These are the bushings the bolt goes through to hose the rear tire on. They're looking pretty crappy. We're gonna do a little maintenance on these. I'm not studying having a whole bunch of rusty stuff going on. We're gonna sand these down, some 320, get them painted. I thought this would be some kind of rust-free device, but it's not. Stay tuned. Got a comment from a viewer, said some of our chain issues could be from dirt being down here in this belly system where the motor's at. Leland said there is a lot of stuff in there. So we're gonna show, once we get the back tire back on, we're gonna show you how to take this off and access and clean that out. See if that helps us out with our chain stretch issues. Get this guy back on the road. Yeah.
Found this bolt that goes on an e-bike. It had a little bit of rust, so I wet sanded it off film, and now it might fit better. Yeah.
First thing we're gonna do is make sure it'll actually hold air before we put it back on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is not easy, is it? You struggle with this every time you try to put air?
Usually goes through here.
Actually, it says right here.
36 psi.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Let's just do about 18. We ain't gonna do 36. Being low and riding it's probably what finished off the tube. It's okay. We got a new. Man, we got a spare.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to go read the front, check it, see what it says. This didn't have any grease on it. We're gonna grease this up. Leland got these guys painted up. They don't look so bad no more. The short one always goes on this side. Something to pay attention to if you take them apart.
I didn't put 21.5 on this because it only has.
How much does it say it needs? 36 like this one on the tire? That's where you read it at, on the other side, I think. I can see it from here. Maybe.
23?
Yeah, so let's just do about 18. It says 33.
Yeah. 33, yeah.
Cold, it says too, right?
Cold.
So do 20. This was really hard to get out, so I'm hoping this grease will help that situation out. Not easy. So I had this on wrong. This is what you tighten up against, but it's got to face the right way. Now when he's sitting in there like this bolt can push. I need you on the other side. I need you pushing this bolt in this hole. I've got to line this and hold the tire up. So hold this in, whatever. Hold on just a minute, okay? Let me try to get this disc in first. Here. Yeah, your brake pads are about shot. You're supposed to be metal on metal here pretty soon. That is not good. Success. Took a minute to get all that lined up. It's a pain. Don't forget this guy. I'm not gonna bore you guys with doing our chain tensioner, getting it tight. Watch our other videos. We've got plenty on us having chain struggles. I am gonna show y'all when we get this back together how we're going to clean up this motor area and keep that maintained in good shape. All right, another thing I found is that I think I could use these to measure the distance on each side, because currently I just eyeball it. 0.58 on this side. Matches. I've changed tight. There's a locker down. Alright guys, we're thinking this motor area is covered up with this cover for sure, so we're going to start with this one. Leland, that's a 4mm. You get those guys off on both sides. All right, let's drop it down. See what happens. Woo, buddy. Nasty. Man. Stinks too. Oh, let's get a better look at this. Oh boy. Man. You need to hit this guy with a little purple power and some kind of brush. This is your heat sink for your computer. It's important that he cools efficiently. As dirt starts to stick to it, it will not cool off the computer as well. So we'll take this guy outside. That's bad. So you got some little electrical connectors in here. I think it'll be fine. Motor wire. Let's see if we can't get all this stuff cleaned up. Do a little purple power down here. We got all this cleaned up. Leland did a good job. We're gonna get this back on. Get our chain lube. See if we can't get this guy going again. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. We get this thing back on the road. Leland's happy. Did order some brake pads, so I'll show you guys how to change those out. We're fixing to lose one back there and be metal on metal. If we're not careful, we'll have to replace our rotor or a disc also. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Check out some of our other playlists on this Yozma. It's fun stuff.